Ladies and gentlemen, what I present to you today is the silver platter for the LA Chargers to become a Super Bowl team right here, right now. As you can see, Adam Schefter tweeted that Stephon Gilmore's release marks a second straight NFL world surprise, with the Cowboys releasing Jalen Smith and the Patriots releasing Stephon Gilmore, two pretty high caliber players, Gilmore being a cornerback and Jalen Smith being a linebacker. This video is more focused on Stephon Gilmore, but I might as well just throw Jalen Smith in there because the tweet is in there. I'm going to be looking at Stephon Gilmore now being a free agent. He is eligible to play in a couple weeks once his quad injury is fine. I'll be getting into more details, everything you want to know. Before I do all my take, everything you want to hear, break down, why they need to do this, everything. I got to hear your guys' take. Where do you think Stephon Gilmore will go, even if it's not to the LA Chargers? But continuing. Adam Schefter. Stephon Gilmore will be remembered, among other things, helping seal the Patriots Super Bowl victory. Yes, we know he's great. The market for Stephon Gilmore, the NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, is expected to be robust. Obviously, Stephon Gilmore is a guy that, while he's 31 coming off an injury, I don't know exactly how good he will be. He's a guy that still has the potential to be a top 5 cornerback in the league. He still has that within him, especially if you put him in a system that has Brandon Staley leading it. Multiple teams are expected to be interested in the 31-year-old. Gilmore should be recovered from his quad injury in the coming weeks. Patriots were roughly $54 million under the cap and need financial flexibility, which this move impacts. Gilmore had $7 million base salary this season in what is the final season of his expiring contract. Patriots and Stephon Gilmore could not agree to terms on restructured contract, and now the two sides are going their own ways. LA Chargers, you got Derwin James, you got Asante Samuel Jr., you got Chris Harris Jr., you got Michael Davis. I like what they're doing. I like the Chargers secondary. I like the Chargers defense. They are playing well. But well doesn't win a Super Bowl. Getting a possible future Hall of Famer, a former depoy, a cornerback, or a defensive back, as Brandon Staley would like to call, in this secondary makes the Chargers a type of team that can all of a sudden win their division. Not to say they couldn't before, but it definitely levels the playing field. You know, here's the Chiefs, here's the Chargers, still got that chance, but if we're looking at just on paper, Chiefs are ahead of them. You throw in Stephon Gilmore, playing field is even, and I think they need to do this. Is it an absolute must if they don't sign him? Is their season over? Of course not. It is not completely over. We got ads. Give me 1 second. But this is still something the Chargers absolutely need to be looking into. On offense, you can't, unless, Trent Williams or David Bakhtiari is just released, you're not going to be messing with the offense, really, or just anything. D-Hop's released, anything crazy. But on offense, we got everything. Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Larry Roundtree's actually looking pretty solid too. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, we know how good they've been doing. Jalen Guyton got a little bit of action on Monday Night Football. Josh Palmer, he's got the talent. He just needs more reps, more experience. Jared Cook stepped up. Donald Parham had some touchdowns. We know Rashawn Slater's good. He's just a rookie. He's getting there. Corey Linsley, he's doing great. He's Corey Linsley. Matt Filo, David Bucci, they're doing their job. Storm Norton, I have mixed feelings about him. I wish Brian Blog was in, but if cans buzz, should, could, would, whatever. But looking at the defense, this is where Stephon Gilmore would play. This is a big, big deal if they can pull this off. And, I've said this before in the offseason when Stephon Gilmore was having contract issues with the Patriots. I said, Chargers should go out and trade him. Trade for him. It's not going to be a first-round pick. He's 31. He's coming off an injury. He's injured again since then. They could get him probably for a third-round pick or a second-round pick. That is worth having for a possible future Hall of Famer that still has a very, very high upside. Is it going to be the same athleticism when he was 24, 25, 26, 27? No. But in Brandon Staley defense, when he's got Derwin James, Michael Davis, and Asante Samuel Jr., other younger guys, more youth to help him, for them to feed off each other, Stephon Gilmore is still going to reach that very, very high level. Like I said, this Chargers defense is already performing well. Jerry Tiller, I think he got a sack last game. Christian Covington's I've been noticing him more lately than not. Lynn Baldosa, we know how big that man is. Drew Tranquill's been doing very, very well, especially in Monday Night Football with no Kenneth Murray. Kaiser White, and Chandler Wosu, I believe I don't remember if he got a sack. I know he got some play in the back. I don't know if he tipped the ball or he got pressure on the quarterback. I remember seeing his face being highlighted on Monday Night Football. I don't remember what it was. And then we know Joey Bosa, bread and butter of that front four, or front three. We know Brandon Staley's defense is different, but you guys know what I mean. And again, they have performing well. Stephon Campbell has been stepping up. Asante Samuel Jr. has been playing as good as a rookie you can really ask for. Derwin James is being Derwin James. And Sierra Adley's doing well. Chris Harris Jr. has been banged up, but we still know he has a presence in the locker room. And Michael Davis doing his job. and they're 3-1. You throw in Stephon Gilmore on this team, they would not lose to the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, he wouldn't be playing then, and theoretically, that wouldn't impact it because he wouldn't be playing. But if this team had Stephon Gilmore walking into the season he was playing, they would be a 4-0 team, I truly believe. You throw him in today, you're going to beat the Browns, you're going to beat the Ravens. Again, he won't be even playing until after the bye, which is perfect for them, Stephon Gilmore, it cannot be activated from the participation list until week 6. Chargers have a bye week 7, gives them an extra week of rest, an extra week to work things together, an extra week to gel with this team. And Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Staley defense is the key attribute to allowing this Chargers team to hit the next level. Again, I'm not saying Brandon Staley is a god by any means, but we saw what he can do with a Jalen Ramsey, with an Aaron Donald. Yeah, he's already got that in a sense with Joey Bosa and Derwin James, slightly different, but in a sense again. You throw in Stephon Gilmore in the mix, this hits that next level. All of a sudden, and this is zero disrespect to the Chargers defense, but we know, I would argue their offense is better than their defense. Monday Night Football, the way they shut them down, you could argue difference. But as a whole, I would just say, because of how good Justin Herbert is, I would say the offense is better than the defense. You throw in Stephon Gilmore, all of a sudden that playing field is leveled, and being a well-rounded team is one of the key attributes to winning in the NFL, I'm not saying it's everything. You're going to really say the Chiefs' defense is as good as the Chiefs' offense, and they won a Super Bowl because of that. No, because they have Patrick Mahomes. They're just saying every little key factor counts. I just don't see any reason why the Chargers should not reach out. Now, another reason is, you go back to this tweet, give him one moment, is the demand. The market for Stephon Gilmore is going to be robust. The Cardinals are going to want him. They're 4-0. They're looking good with Budda Baker, Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, A.J. Green. Why not sign another older guy in Stephon Gilmore? Why not? The Cowboys might be looking at him. Cowboys have been playing well. Why not go get a guy that can really help out their defense? The Chiefs in your own division, why wouldn't they reach out? They got kind of struggling with money, but I'm sure they can make something work. The Raiders, why wouldn't they not reach out? The Broncos, why would they not reach out? The Bucks, I think they're strapped for money just as well, but sometimes they can figure something out. The Seahawks, Jamal Adams, they could use an extra corner. The Niners, they lost Jason Verrett. They don't have Richard Sherman for the past 2 years. They need a corner, Stephon Gilmore. The Rams, pair him up with Jalen Ramsey. There's a lot of options out there. The Chargers are not going to be the only big hitter trying to swing for this team. The Dolphins, the Patriots, not the Patriots, the Bills, the Titans, the Colts. There's plenty of teams out there that would want to have Stephon Gilmore on the team. He's going to be in a big power move right now to really decide where he goes. The Chargers, though, this is a good time to push for him. Because if you were 0-3 or 1-3 right now, you wouldn't even look at the Chargers. Stephon Gilmore, he's up there in his career as if age goes. He wants to compete. He wants a ring. He does want to be paid a little bit, but the Chargers got the cap space. I think they could afford to get him I don't want to say an expensive, but maybe a slight overpay for 1 to 2 year deal just to take that risk. You got to be aggressive in this league. If you want a big ring in any sport, you have to be aggressive. You saw the Chiefs, before they had Mahomes, they were 11-5 with Smith, making the playoffs. They said that's not enough. We want to be aggressive. We want a Super Bowl. They went out there, got Mahomes. What did it result in? A Super Bowl. Same thing in basketball. Lakers had LeBron. That's not enough. We want Anthony Davis. What did it result in? A NBA Finals. It got them a ring. Chargers, 3-1's fine. Making the playoffs this year is fine. But if you want a Super Bowl, keep the aggressiveness up. What did Brandon Staley say in his press conference after the Chiefs? We want to be aggressive but not delusional. This is an aggressive move, not a delusional move. You're not trying to sign him for $50 million a year. You're just reaching out, seeing what you can do. Chargers, looking at Stephon Gilmore. You got to do this. This will take your team to the next level, in my opinion. As always, of course, guys, maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. I don't know Brandon Staley's defensive scheme to the nth degree. Maybe you think Stephon Gilmore wouldn't fit in there. To me, you could find a role for any type of guy. That could be a future Hall of Famer, but we'll just see. Let me know what you guys think. If there's a player, scheme, coach, just any factor I didn't mention, anything I should have, comment down below. As always, and of course, guys, thank you for watching.